Okay, so hey guys, my name's Avarti, and welcome back to another Elder Scrolls video. So today we're going to be taking a look at the lore surrounding the mysterious land of Atmora. Atmora is a land located far to the north of Tamriel, and at first glance you may assume it's of little importance due to the extremity of its location, which understandably makes it very cold. However, legend has it that the first humans came to Tamriel from the continent of Atmora. It was not a single invasion, but a series of them over hundreds of years, which gave birth to the Nords, Imperials and Bretons. The last of the invaders from Atmora was the legendary Ysgramor and his 500 companions, who are so famously talked about in Skyrim to this day. It was said that the Atmorans were sinewy, long folk whose ruddy skin matched the dawn, which roughly equates to the description of a modern day Nord. One of the most burning questions you may be asking yourself is why exactly did the Atmorans invade and settle in Tamriel, seemingly abandoning their homeland? Well, several reports from traders and travellers suggest that Atmora, at the time of Skyrim, which is in the 4th era, is a completely frozen over landscape, implying that the Atmorans were motivated to leave their homeland as it was becoming increasingly hostile and too cold for them to live in. And in an attempt to escape the cold, the Atmorans evidently tried to settle someplace else, namely Skyrim, which was to the south of Atmora. There's extremely limited information as to what these migrations were like or when they took place. However, we know that the last mass migration took place in the late Merethic era, when a civil war raged in Atmora, which instigated a lot of refugees trying to get away. This was around the same time Ysgramor and his son set up one of the first human cities called Sarthal. However, the Atmorans would suffer a major setback when it came to settling Skyrim, as the Snow Elves, who were already settled across the land, led raids throughout the settlements of men that had come to Tamriel. Most of the Atmorans were hunted down and the city of Sarthal was burned to the ground. The elves were thought to have attacked the Atmorans due to the fact that the elves quickly took notice to the rate at which man's population was growing, and soon realised that these men were the first great threat to elvish civilization on Tamriel. Ysgramor and his sons, however, escaped the massacre and fled back to Atmora, where they assembled the legendary 500 companions to seek vengeance upon the elves. The massive shipyards of the Atmoran port Ylkurfiak were commissioned to build a fleet that would carry the companions across the Sea of Ghosts. When Ysgramor and his companions finally landed on the northern coast of Tamriel, they drove the elves from the northern part of Tamriel and then went on to defeat them on the island of Solstheim. The territory the companions conquered formed the precursor of modern day Skyrim. The only idea we have as to what Atmoran society really was like is when we look at early Nord society, as early Nordic society is reflective of Atmoran society. Many Nordic customs were inherited from Atmora, and the continent's culture has been highly influential on Tamriel. Atmorans were a seafaring people, much like modern day Nords, but they purportedly had no knowledge of agriculture and survived off hunting, a way of life which encouraged their purportedly ceaseless warfare, which is another factor the Nords have partly inherited, as they are sometimes said to be quite barbaric in their manner, and they are often keen and great warriors. And this is evident as the early Nords, or Atmorans, would eventually establish the first empire in human dominance in Tamriel. Anyway guys, thanks for watching this video, and I hope you enjoyed. I want to say a massive thank you for getting the channel to 1,000 subscribers. It really does mean a lot to me. Thanks again, and I'll see you in the next one.